Hey guys, it's Sarah here from Accessorize This Designs, and this tutorial is to show you how to do the spike stitch brim option. So what I've done so far is I've continued up to just before we start the brim, and I've ended off my yarn. You don't have to end off your yarn, you can keep going if you want, but that creates a little bit of a jog. So I sometimes, especially when I'm doing a brim, I'll just attach another piece of yarn. I'm just going to attach it like that. Now I'll have to go back and secure that by knotting it and weaving it through after. But for right now, I'm going to leave it just like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just single crochet in our first stitch. So the spike stitch sounds complicated, but it's actually, once you get the hang of it, it's relatively simple and it makes a really cool effect. So in this next stitch, instead of working into the top of the stitch, like traditionally we work, when you look at the tops of the stitches, so you've got your front loop and your back loop. I'll use this one as an example so you can see better. Front loop and back loop, and usually you work your hook under those two pieces to make your stitches, unless specified. Sometimes you'll work front, sometimes back, etc. For the spike stitch, what you're going to do is instead of working into those two top stitches, you're going to work down one round, or however many rounds the pattern says. So for this pattern, I just did a small one, so we're working just down one stitch. So you've got your stitch here, and then see how the stitches kind of go on a bit of a diagonal when you work continuously in the round. So you want to kind of look down and to the left. If you're left-handed, it would be down and to the right. So a little bit down and to the left, and you'll see where you worked this stitch into. You see how this stitch right here was worked down into this space. So that's where we're going to work this next stitch into as well. So you'll have two stitches worked into this spot. So we'll go down into that one. And you complete your single crochet the exact same way you normally would, except you want to have a little bit of give here to make that spike. So let's do it again. The next stitch is again your regular single crochet stitch, and let's turn it over. You can see the spike on the back as well. So you're not working into this top part at all. This little part here is being skipped over because instead of your stitch being worked in here, it's being worked down here. Okay, so for this next one, we're doing a spike stitch again. So we're going not into the top of our stitch, we're going into where this stitch had been worked. So we're going one row down. And then you're going to pull up your loop a little bit higher than you normally would have, because if you put it really tight, you're just going to smush everything together. But you want to pull and have a little bit extra leeway there and finish your single crochet. So it just creates a cool little effect there. Now, while I've got you here, let's show you. So if you wanted to, you could also work your spike stitch and 2 rows down. So this is 1 row down, 2 rows down. So you follow those stitches down, and this is where you worked your stitch 2 rows down. So we work through that, and again, give yourself a little leeway and finish your single crochet. Anyways, so continue on like that. This brim specifically is worked with the regular single crochet, and then with a spike stitch 1 row down, or a single crochet 1 row down, round down, sorry. And you just keep following that all the way around. Alrighty. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.